What do I value in a football player? I'm asked this question a lot. Three things come to mind most often. Technically sound players at their position who display a growing mastery of their craft. Versatile players who, for each skill they can perform well, there's a complementary part of their game that can keep the opponent guessing. And underscoring their game should be a mental toughness, a comfort level with taking punishment and dishing it out. Oklahoma Sooners receiver Sterling Shepard isn't the biggest, fastest, or most dazzling receiver prospect you'll ever encounter, but he has all three of the components I value from a football player. Known for his work as a ball carrier in space and getting open in the middle of the field, Shepard may draw stylistic comparisons to Jarvis Landry this spring. While I see the logic there, another player who comes to mind is Steve Smith. No, not that Steve Smith. This Steve Smith, the former USC Trojan turned New York Giant, who was one of the best route runners in the league before injury robbed him of his legs. Smith was known for his skill in the middle of the field, but his quickness, technical proficiency, and toughness made him a better vertical threat than characterized. Today's RSP Boiler Room is an example of a route that's not usually linked to Sterling Shepard's game on casual soundbite scouting reports, but like the Giant Smith, the vertical part of the route tree is a viable part of his overall game. This play is from the 2014 matchup with Tennessee. Shepard is single right outside the numbers and facing a cornerback playing inside shade without a safety deep to that side. This is a defensive alignment that indicates single coverage. The quarterback and Shepard should read this as an opportunity to win one-on-one deep, and that is exactly what happens. Shepard gets open outside the corner, making the catch 27 yards downfield on a well-thrown target arriving over his inside shoulder with the defender step for step. Everything the receiver does on this play is technically sound, and it's a great example of a refined vertical route. Let's see it up close. The route begins with the release. Most people don't realize that the most vital part of earning separation deep against tight man coverage is not about a player's long speed, but how quick and skilled he is within the first 5 to 15 yards of the line of scrimmage. Shepard dictates the pace and the action of the route with a hard jab step to the inside and dip outside with his first two steps after the snap. By his third step, Shepard brings his inside arm over the reach of the cornerback to chop down on the defender. Once the receiver finishes this chop move, he reduces his inside shoulder to give the corner as little surface area to grab onto as possible. Note the drive of Shepard's initial line as he works up the sideline. He's digging hard into his acceleration phase, and it earns him an early step on the defender. As Shepard tracks the ball, he continues pumping his arms until the ball is directly overhead. This prevents Shepard from tipping off the arrival of the target. Now that the target is overhead, Shepard adjusts to meet the pass with a leap. Watch how he shields the defender by turning his inside shoulder away from the opponent as he looks the ball into the outside half of his chest. It's a subtle thing, but as soon as he makes the catch, his shoulder serves as a barrier to the cornerback. Footwork, chop, reduced shoulder, arm drum to disguise the arrival of the ball, and shielding the opponent. Most of this technique is straight out of the book on receiving by Jay Norvell. Speaking of the venerable coach, there he is on the sideline. From the moment he comes into view, you can see the excitement in his body language about Shepard's first 5 to 15 yards on this route. Now the coach is just hoping for a good finish, and there it is. Shepard is a polished receiver with mental and physical toughness to work the middle, the sideline, the open field, run block, and even return punts. Sounds like my kind of player. A lot of NFL coaches will feel the same way. He may not be one of the first receivers off the board in May 2016, but he could be one of the best. I'm Matt Waldman. Thanks for watching the RSP Boiler Room. For more Boiler Room and RSP Film Room videos, subscribe to my blog at www.mattwaldmanrsp.com or visit my YouTube channel, the RSP Film Room. Until next time.